What's up, Taiwan? I'm Joyce with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan People's Party lawmaker and acting chair Huang will face a last-minute challenger to lead the country's third largest party. Tsai Bi-ru is a former TPP lawmaker and has registered to run in the party's by-election to name a new leader and replace party founder Ko Wen-je. The ex-presidential candidate stepped down as party chair and remains in police custody amid a corruption probe against him. Huang says the election process won't divide the party.
良性的竞争，彼此砥砺，让台湾民众党变得更好。有非常多外在的力量，对台湾民众党见缝插针。
The by-election to decide the party's new leader will be held on February 15th. Lawmakers from the opposition Kuomintang and Taiwan People's Party have jointly ruled to cut the government's budget by nearly $2.9 billion. That's about 3% of the total budget for 2025. The cuts target expenses like international travel and training, as well as costs related to military equipment and local media outlets. More cuts are expected to come next week. The opposition parties together hold a majority in the legislature, and they say the originally proposed budget was too high. But the cabinet warns that the slashes will negatively affect Taiwan's development. NVIDIA head Jensen Huang has continued to tout Taiwan's competitiveness in the global high-tech sector during his visit to the country. The Taiwan-born CEO has been making the rounds, visiting local partners and ringing in the Lunar New Year with his employees in Taiwan. A busy night for NVIDIA's celebrity CEO Jensen Huang. The tech titan attended 2 year-end parties in Taipei, taking the stage in his signature leather jacket at electronics manufacturer Wistron's event before attending NVIDIA's own party. Huang has been visiting various Taiwanese suppliers during his trip, which included a lunch with TSMC CEO C.C. Wei. Amid booming demand for AI, the two giants are collaborating on new cutting-edge semiconductors and packaging technology that can better assemble complex chips.
The TSMC team is super busy, and this is one of the fastest production ramps of any complex technology ever. And so mostly I just wanted to thank him for the hard work and prepare ourselves for next year, because next year is going to be a really big year.
Earlier this month, Huang unveiled a slew of new tech by NVIDIA, including a GPU that's up to twice as powerful as its previous model, and a personal AI supercomputer priced at $3,000. Huang thanked partners in Taiwan for their role in the tech, saying as many as 45 Taiwanese firms run 24 hours a day to build its supercomputers, including electronics firm Wistron.
今年过年不会关灯，NVIDIA 工厂要全程加班，然后因为为什么很简单，就生意太好。
But earlier this week, outgoing U.S. President Joe Biden announced new export controls on those same AI chips to protect U.S. tech dominance against competitors, including China. It's a move that could cut into NVIDIA's global business, with a market value exceeding $3 trillion. In a statement, the California-based firm called the plans misguided. In Taiwan, Huang stopped short of commenting on Biden's decision. Huang also said little about talks with the incoming Trump administration, focusing instead on his current Asia trip.
Are you going to make it to the inauguration?
No, I'm going to be on the road, celebrating Chinese New Year with my employee families.
Huang is expected to travel on to NVIDIA's New Year's party in Beijing, a source close to the firm told Reuters. As the CEO works to focus on the innovation and the people driving it, his firm remains squarely in the crosshairs of a U.S.-China tech war that will soon have a new leader at the helm. Luffy Li and Joyce for TaiwanPlus. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump and Chinese leader Xi Jinping have held what is believed to be their first phone call since Trump won election in November. Xi and Trump reportedly discussed TikTok, trade, and Taiwan, with Trump saying the call was a good one. China's Xi said the conversation was positive and a good first step toward restarting U.S. and China exchanges. Chinese-owned social media TikTok says that its services in the U.S. will go dark on Sunday unless the Biden administration takes action. The announcement came hours after the Supreme Court upheld a law effectively banning the app due to national security concerns unless its owner ByteDance sells the platform's U.S. operations. President-elect Donald Trump also released a statement saying that he will decide the future of TikTok. There are more than 170 million U.S. users on the app. Taiwan's military has awarded Tron Future a $30 million contract to provide the army with radar equipment. The new kits will be deployed in Taiwan's outlying islands as well as near the country's largest international airport in Taoyuan. The radars will help the military detect smaller threats like drones and balloons that could fly over some of the country's critical infrastructure. Tron Future is a Taiwanese company based in Hsinchu. An invasive vine species has been threatening Taiwan's native plant life. For years, environmentalists have been tackling the problem head-on. But a group of culinary students have now come up with a new way to help root out this ecological threat. Wesley Lewis has more.
Environmentalist Mr. Liu has been tackling one of Taiwan's most problematic invasive species, the Macania vine. Often referred to as the mile-a-minute vine or the plant killer, its ability to grow on top of other plant species and snuff them out has earned it another name, green cancer.
它的茎每天能长27公里，它会在另外植物的时候窜出来，其他的植物的阳光就遮掉。
Native to the Americas, Macania were brought to Taiwan in the 1970s. Considered one of the world's top 100 invasive species, it thrives in warm, humid climates and quickly became a pest in Taiwan, taking over agricultural fallows across the country. In 2003, the government introduced an eradication plan, and in over 2 decades, environmentalists like Mr. Liu have worked to rid more than 500 square kilometers of land of the invasive plant. But they say their work is not done.
要移除它已经是不可能的啊，所以我们要想办法如何跟它共处。
Environmentalists say its seeds slip past detection during eradication efforts, making it nearly impossible to fully eliminate the invasive plant. But a new initiative led by a group of culinary students in southern Taiwan is looking to help suppress the vine by turning it into a delicacy.
咸派是用香泽兰，我们把香泽兰的叶子洗完，然后干燥，然后撕成那个粉状，然后也是一样打到塔皮里面去烤。
These aspiring chefs have already begun promoting their Macania recipes with packaged products and fresh pastries. While the invasive plant continues to pose an ecological threat, these students, along with environmentalists, remain resolute, working to keep one of Taiwan's most pervasive non-native species in check, bringing it out from the forests and fields and onto your plate. Joseph Wu and Wesley Lewis for TaiwanPlus.
An archaeological site in eastern Taiwan is giving people a glimpse into the country's prehistory. Spanning 30 hectares, the massive park dates back around 2,500 years. Billy Wu has the story.
From a railway dig to one of the most important discoveries in Asia, thousands of prehistorical slate coffins, along with pottery and stone artifacts, were uncovered in Taidong County, southeastern Taiwan in 1980. The site now features the largest archaeological park in the country, where people can come to learn about the Neolithic community that once called this place home.
有2000多具石板棺，那来推测它当时的生存的人口是真的非常的多。那当时一定也是在台湾东部是一个繁大的一个文化。
Spread over 100 hectares, the Beinan Site Park is not only Taiwan's largest prehistorical human settlement. Its significance stretches across borders. It's a critical link to understanding the ancient cultural network in global archaeology. decades of preservation efforts have led to the establishment of a 30-hectare archaeological park, ensuring relics are safeguarded for generations to come.
我们现在看到的这个月形石柱呢，是整个卑南遗址范围内地表唯一仅存的一根石柱。那在地表下，考古学家的研究发现呢，底下还是有相当多的陶器、玉器，还有石器的器物。
The artifacts unearthed from the site are considered invaluable cultural treasures of the country, offering a glimpse into the daily lives of its earliest people. One standout discovery is this bark cloth beater, a tool used to transform bark into clothing.
在这边这样敲。哦，你看每面都敲过之后啊，它可以整只被拉出来的，就可以拉出来。哇，你人打完了。拉开了，太棒了。
The site also yielded stunning jade artifacts, including the iconic human-animal-shaped ornaments now designated as national treasures, and displayed at Taiwan's National Museum Prehistory. The museum and the park serving not only as windows to the past, but as a showcase celebrating Taiwan's rich prehistoric heritage, connecting the modern world to a culture that thrived here thousands of years ago. Chris Ma and Billy Wu for TaiwanPlus.
The eastern grass owl is one of Taiwan's most endangered birds, with roughly 500 left in the wild, though global populations are still strong. Conservationists have recently found signs that the owls are moving up from the south, taking back habitat and showing promise of reviving its population.
With its strong wings, this eastern grass owl launches itself back into the wild. But the bird's numbers don't have the same strength in Taiwan, where it's listed as an endangered species. Last February, conservationists rescued one of the birds after it got tangled in a net in central Taiwan, and ecologists later only found rare traces of the owl in the region. Biologists say climate change, loss of habitat, and pesticides have been putting pressure on the species' population, making them limited to Taiwan's southern areas. But now researchers have carried out a survey that found signs of the owls taking back some of their habitat in central Taiwan, where they have not been seen in decades.
本分属最新的生态调查，掌握濒危鸟种草鸮的出现位置，证实除了南部地区，中部地区也是数量稀少的草鸮活动范围。
Best estimates put the number of these owls in Taiwan at only about 500, though global populations are strong, but also under pressure in places like Australia. Civic groups in Taiwan are doing what they can to protect the birds' breeding grounds.
透过我们几年的努力，然后让这种保育类的草鸮不断的有机会在我们这个地方来富裕。那我们希望大家可以针对好不容易能够保留下来的台湾草鸮，能够有更加的珍惜。
The survey shows that conservation efforts have been helping the eastern grass owl return to some of its old territory, but conservationists warn that this majestic bird is still very much under threat. Huang and Jaime Okan for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Finally, we leave you with images of pets lining up to receive blessings on St. Anthony Day in Mexico City. Anthony is the patron saint of animals in the Catholic tradition. I'm Joyce. Have a good weekend.
Oh, and you two, come. I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Oh.
May the year of the snake inspire new beginning.
Bringing you transformation, peace, prosperity,
health, wealth, and all things wonderful.
Wishing you a healthy and prosperous year of the snake.
Happy Lunar New Year.
Bringing in the new year with rattle and charm. Taiwan Plus.